for this last just question is just like, what is like one story about Grand Bayou Indian Village you want to tell other people, or that you just like, like to share? Good, bad, ugly, whatever you want.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'll let you go. Okay, one of the memories I had on the bayou, and my Aunt Peggy, who grew up on the bayou, my mom's sister, she was living in Colorado at the time. She was a Colorado resident, but she would still come down like every other summer with her kids and her her husband and kids, 4 kids. And Bimbo, Rosina's brother, he's the oldest, right? Brother. The oldest brother. Took all of us, well, them and me as well, on a boat, and we went, is it skimming? Mm-hmm. Popian? Mm-hmm. Okay. And we were going heading north. And he picked up his skimmers so we could turn around and make another pass through the bayou. And when he picked up his skimmers, all the jelly that was caught in the webbing made the nets glow. And when I tell you, it was beautiful. And when, being so young, that was the first time I had seen that. And it was almost like I was in a fairy tale, like it was nighttime. So the only light you had was the red and green light from the boat. And then from the moon and the stars, and that nets were, because the jelly is like luminescent or whatever, like when they move. And the webbing was full of it, so it glowed. And I mean, it was beautiful. I'm like, oh, like I'm here, I'm witnessing it with my own eyes, and where I live. And I thought it was magical to me. That was one of the best memories that I have. One of them. Okay.
Go ahead, Mindy.
I pass it to Mindy.
Oh, I'm writing down your thing. One memory I have a lot of memories, but one of them was when we was younger, me and my brother. It was around Christmas time, and instead of going buy a tree or get an artificial tree, my dad said, I'm gonna take y'all where we used to get a Christmas tree from. So he took us to the woods to get this red berry tree. We picked whatever tree, we chopped it down, and then we decorated it. Now, by the time Christmas came, of course, they didn't have no more leaves. It was just like branches all decorated. And it was great to have that experience, to actually go, not just pick a tree from a lot or buy a tree, but to actually go into the woods, like from the boat to the woods, find a tree, and then come back. It was great.
That's really cool.
That was one of my favorite memories. My dad didn't have money to go buy a Christmas tree, and my brothers wanted a tree, and my little sister. So they went on the canal bank and they cut down the tree. It didn't make no difference what kind of tree it was. It was just any kind of tree, and it wasn't a holly berry like hers. But we put lights on it, and we put the icicles.
Oh yeah.
And we put that on it, and that was their Christmas tree, and that was like the best Christmas ever.
My favorite experience is my parents. They always made sure that we had Christmas, birthdays, Easter, and everything. We had what they couldn't afford, we had. We never went without, and that's my favorite experiences, having my family. That's mine.
What I liked, it was when growing up, like I said, on holidays, we would all get together as a family and go to my grandparents' house. The kids played in the yard while the men made sawhorse tables, and the women were inside cooking, and we would all sit around outside by the table. We would pray, and then we would all just enjoy the food and enjoy each other's company and just appreciate everybody. That was awesome. We did that. All the holidays was by the grandparents. Every holiday was by the grandparents. But when they passed on, it split up. But that was a wonderful time to just be with your family and just enjoy good times. That was awesome. I used to love that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My memories of my parents too, my mom and dad being with them. And my older sister, she passed away, and I enjoyed the moment when she was still there living with us. And that's my favorite memory. My family.
Got any good fishing stories? Oh, I saw his face light up.
Well, my fondest memory on the bayou is growing up living next door to my grandma and grandpa. And every morning when I got up to go to school, my grandma made sure that I had a fresh loaf of homemade bread and eggs every morning. And that's the fondest memory I got, trust me.
I spend time with my uncles and everything, with my family, little cousins. They come all over. With this blessed bayou, with God bring to this world, and we're thankful for him. And we bless each and one of person in this bayou.
I want to share a story actually. The first time I came in by boat, first of all, like I was coming in really slow because I was like, I saw the no wake, and so I was like, I really want to be super serious about this no wake thing. Like, I really don't want to
paddle faster.
Yeah. I wanted to be real, of course, very respectful of the space, and so like I was coming in super slow. I remember, who was that? Was I talking to Rosina? They were telling me to. Oh yeah, they were like, meet me by the shrimp boat, and I was like, which shrimp boat? Like, there's so many.
It was me.
Yep.
First.
And I remember going. You were like, just pull the boat up over here, and I was like, well, I'm not very good at parking actually. And I just remember like crashing, and it was just like very embarrassing. I relive crashing into your dock all the time. In my mind, I'm like, don't do it again.
Thank you for sharing that with me.
No damage done.
No damage done. No damage done. It was just.
I remember one time I went fishing with my husband and his best friend. And we were fishing just past Sokola. And man, the fish was really biting. I was catching them left and right, redfish. And they weren't catching anything. That was my first time going with them. And then I threw the line back out, and I said, oh, I got something big. I can't pull it. I said, oh, Hart, help. I was telling my husband, help me pull it in. He said, oh, Hart, fight it. I didn't know that I had got hung on the bottom. Oh. And for, I guess, about 20 minutes, then his friend told me, Donna, he said, it's hooked up on something underwater. And it was just so funny. It's just that here, I thought it really had caught, porpoise or something, big fish all around. It was just hooked up on.
You got the boat.
Yeah, debris.
I've been debris.
Debris
Yes.
on the bottom.
And I have one more minute.
Oh yeah, good.
And it was it's good, but it was when for holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, you just didn't stay home. You might have started, of course, your morning off there, but you went from house to house to house. You sampled everybody's cooking, and some of the houses had like holiday, you would have a cup of holiday cheer, and maybe by the time you got back to your house, you were like 2 sheets in the wind, but it was just, those nostalgic memories of a child of just going, or a young woman just going from house to house to house and sharing with them the holiday and, celebrating. And that's a wonderful memory, hopping in the boat and going to this house, and you might stay an hour or two, and then you go on to the next house. And then sometimes when you would leave one house, you went with your family, but then the family that was visiting was coming to go to the next family. So that was really a good memory as well. Yes. A lot of wonderful memories.